Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. Now before I do jump in, I just want to say, I hope everybody's having a great weekend, a great day, a great night, wherever you guys are. If you guys do celebrate the holiday, I hope everybody's having a great holiday. Nonetheless, we are going to be talking about a lot of things within Quant. Of course, this is being recorded ahead of time as I'm going to be traveling for the holiday. But I did want to really kind of address a few things around Quant. So, I think that the major idea around Quant just being, for CBDCs and things like that is a little bit of an issue. I don't think it really kind of shows the true value behind what Quant is doing and where they are really kind of positioned at. But we're going to be addressing that. We're going to be talking about it. Now, I will say this. The interesting thing is that we have been falling down on the coin market cap list. We are sitting, at number 73. Under a stable coin, I mind you. So this is pretty interesting. Now, I told you guys to watch that, $110 range, and it looks like we had that nice test today of that point. We came down and tested that near perfectly. Reason why I said to watch that is not only is that, the area that we kind of bounced off of before, but it is also some major demand zones. So, watch if we do test a little bit lower. I've always said, make sure to watch this 95 to like $105 range. I do believe that we will see a higher low being put in place. But again, it doesn't change the fact that this is still one of my long-term holds. This is probably one of my major long-term holds as well. We have been seeing accumulation continuing to rise and total addresses accumulated. But we do see again the trade volume is down, which is expected because this market is in a sort of uncertain area. But I do want to talk to you guys about a few things happening within this ecosystem. And really where Quant is positioned at in terms of use cases. So, like I said, everyone thinks that it is CBDCs only, but it's really not. Trillions and trillions of dollars, I should say, are coming real soon. Now, everyone's probably wondering, real soon? We've heard that one before. Honestly, I do think that we are getting very close. And the reason why I say that is because we are seeing financial institutions jumping in on the game. And this kind of gives you guys a warning sign ahead right now. This is going to tell us that, hey, regulations are very, very close. Now, BlackRock basically became the primary cash reserves manager of the USDC stablecoin, a $50 billion digital asset pegged to the value of the US dollar, but this is a $10 trillion assets under management financial institution. So think about that, right? As we are seeing more and more demand around regulations, we do see a lot more demand around financial institutions and these major, asset management companies as well that have trillions of dollars under their belt. Why do you think that they're moving in? It's because they see the value and the, true potential behind crypto. Also, we do see again, Amazon CEO, crypto will become bigger over time. The CEO, however, added that it's unlikely that Amazon adds crypto as a payment option in the near future. And honestly, yeah, crypto is obviously going to get, way bigger than it is right now. It's currently sitting under a $2 trillion market cap. When most of the markets that these assets that we're talking about on a daily basis are going after are trillions of dollars in value. And we're talking about, tens to hundreds of trillions of dollars in value. So again, yeah, we are very early. And I definitely think that we have a lot more growth left in us, especially moving forward. Also, we did see breaking. Amazon CEO says open to selling NFTs in the future. Amazon, belongs to a long list of companies that has crypto NFT related jobs posted on LinkedIn as well. And just to give you guys those insights, here's the biggest companies are hiring for crypto: Reddit, Visa, JP Morgan, Nike, and a lot more. Third on what they are hiring for. You guys can kind of see all of this. It's basically, focused on CBDCs, digital currencies, things like that. Again, we're talking about trillions of dollars. Like here, for an example, Fidelity, right? Fidelity is a $1 trillion asset manager. The firm offers several Bitcoin products and intends to expand its crypto team with 100 new hires. JP Morgan as well. I mean, guys, the list goes on, and honestly, as we do kind of march forward on into 2022, I do see this list continuing to grow, especially centered around crypto. I'm very, very excited to say the least on where we are positioned, but it really kind of shows you how early we are into something like even, for an example, Q&T. We do see here, and they forget that all the RTGS systems need DLT compatibility now. Legacy to DLT market is probably bigger than DLT to DLT market coming years. Plus, wholesale CBDC will be, here earlier. Plus, solutions like Latin American dollar and multi-chain USDC are now. Plus, there's more than finance, and of course, this is really kind of talking about. I actually have this open here. This entire list of 27 industries and verticals, image, blog, Jarno. Folks only thinking CBDCs have no clue what's under the surface. There is no project bigger than Q&T. I look forward to coming back to these tweets. And again, here's that full list of breakdowns on everything that Q&T is targeting: supply chain, logistics. These are retail chains, healthcare and pharma interoperability, multi-chain, digital asset industry, plus wealth management firms. And the list goes on. I mean, these are trillion-dollar use cases, guys. This is also what I've been trying to reiterate for so long about Quant. Everyone is only focused on the flashiness, right? The flashy things. Nobody's really kind of remembering that some of these markets on this list that are not flashy, like cross-border payments and CBDCs, a lot of these other names, guys, I want you guys to all know that these are also trillion-dollar, areas that a lot of people are ignoring. But we do see here, when we look back on things today, Bank of England held a webinar. What would a BOE digital currency be like? Polls with 1,200 participants shows how a CBDC meets future payments needs. Our important takeaway: the new RTGS will be interoperable with DLTs using an API format. Again, those plug-in APIs, those API gateways are crucial. And again, we do see here RTGS total settlements. This is billions of pounds in daily averages. 700 and almost 4 billion pounds in daily averages. That is significant. But also, it really kind of shows you where the demand is coming from too. Here you have it, right? 15 billion transactions a minute, 250 million transactions per second is what the future looks like. Upon completion, EBSI aspires to be facilitating up to 15 billion transactions per minute. World first for blockchain technology. Fun fact: Q&T over Ledger Network can handle, again, greater than 250 million transactions per second. As you guys do see, here you guys have it. Applications are fully scalable. Over Ledger currently has connections to 6 DOTs and access to the EBSI. NLAC Chain Networks is coming in early 2021. More DLTs will follow in the near future. Honestly, I mean, the goal here is to really kind of pay attention to where Q&T is positioned. The truth is behind a lot of the breadcrumbs here, and this goes back to even November. I really have been addressing to you guys the market that Q&T is really kind of going after. I mean, these are not. This is just like one of many, by the way. So when you look at something like this, this is not like your typical use case in crypto. Everyone always kind of compares Q&T to this, that. You really can't compare Q&T to anything. This is why you can't really put a price figure on Q&T in terms of the long-term viewpoints. I've always said $50,000 to $100,000 per Q&T is something that is most likely inevitable. And when we look at things, I would say that Q&T is probably one of the most incredible long-term investments that we have in this market to date. And it's not because I'm biased on it or anything like that, but it's because of the markets that it is targeting. But also, by the way, we did see this. Gary Gorton, a board member at the Federal Reserve, recently spoke at the BIS and Innovative Summit, acknowledging the real need for interoperability in payments. Q&T is the only interoperability solution that seamlessly connects blockchain assets with traditional finance. And again, here's the full breakdown of those individuals that did speak. We're talking about the Central Bank of Sweden, Kenya, CEO Santander Bank, Federal Reserve board member, and Yale professor as well. Listen closely to this, guys.
Most people understand how revolutionary blockchain is, but it's not this sort of libertarian anarchist thing where you have no connection to the real world. To have it be a payment system, it's got to be interoperable with banks and the payment system, right? If I withdraw money from a stablecoin issuer, they have to send it somewhere. And right now they're going to wire it to my bank account and it's going to take like 3 days. So the interoperability of these issuers and the rest of the system has to happen somehow.
And it is the idea that they know interoperability is a key crucial area. This is confirmation from the Fed, by the way. And I mean, they're basically telling you that interoperability needs to happen between DLTs and, of course, the legacy system. How do they achieve that? There's basically only one name, and that is QNT. It's the only one set to disrupt this area. This is why I've said focus on Quant, focus on the goal here. Also, by the way, so I have this full breakdown here. I see a question coming up all the time as well. Is QNT, ISO 222? Is it ISO 222 compliant? ISO 222 inspired Gilbert Verdian to create QNT Overledger and the international standard for blockchain. Yet people are still wondering if Overledger is ISO 222 compliant, or if the QNT token is. What does that even mean? And here we have it, right? As a result, I sought to create a common protocol and language by leveraging what had been learned in the financial services sector with ISO 222. Again, this is talking about his time with some healthcare departments, aka, seeing that there was a big problem with data. Data is just not interconnected. There's no interoperability within a lot of these areas. So again, this is crucial. But we do see here, there's a few breakdowns here. So QNT is also the only entity to conquer interoperability between technical sense. This speaks volumes. DeFi protocols haven't even solved internet scale DLT interoperability in a technical sense, let alone governance and business. And here you guys have it. In one sense, of course, an essentially technical sense, the challenge is already solved. My own company, Quant Network, provides a DLT operating system which offers enterprise interoperability between DLTs at scale. Again, it's already solved. And we do see here, technical standards, business standards as well. When we look at, ISO TC307, that's crucial. But then we also look at ISO 222. These are all messaging formats. These are also formats that do kind of create standards within this business. And when we look at things, it really kind of pinpoints where, Quant is positioned. I want you guys to understand that everything from day one has been printed perfectly for Quant's success. We even go over here to, February 5th. Here's Gilbert Verdian, by the way. Again, a lot of individuals, ISO 222. It started back in 2013 to make blockchains compatible with ISO 222 to interoperate with existing financial systems, which led to establishing ISO TC307 in 2015. Here you guys have it. Honestly, when you look at this, that this massive, network is going to clearly be, compliant. Look at Gilbert Verdian's resume and tell me why it wouldn't already be, compliant. But again, this is confirmation that it is. So honestly, when we look at what Quant is doing and when we look at the overall view here, trillions of dollars is about to flow into this market. I would say it's going to cascade at a great amount once we do see regulations being ushered in. I do believe that day is very, very close. I would say within at least this year, we will see regulations clearly put in place for crypto. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.